All right. Hello, everybody. How are you doing out there? Thank you for joining us here on another Bloodline interview. We got a special guest today. We got Chloe Hartlep, who's a right-handed pitcher and I believe outfielder, graduating class of 2025 out of Frederick Douglass High School in Lexington, Kentucky. Chloe, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. It's good to see you. I'm also here with two of my partners, Nick Siaka. Nick, hello.
Alex, how you doing? Chloe,
I'm
TJ?
doing well. And TJ Wilcox in there. How are you, TJ?
Good, good. Hi, Chloe.
Hi.
All right. So we've been hearing a lot about you. Everything we hear is very impressive, and we're proud of what you're doing. We want to hear a little bit about it. I'm going to throw it over to Nick, and he's going to talk about something special that you took part in and get a little more information as far as academics go, and then we'll move on to TJ. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Perfect. Nick, what do you got, buddy?
Chloe, thanks for joining us. You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm actually at a church function right now, but I stepped away for the interview, so I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. We appreciate it.
We're excited to have you here. So recently you attended the Dartmouth softball camp. Can you give us a little information on that? What it was like, what you learned from it?
So at the Dartmouth camp, I did all the sessions. There was a game session, pitching session, there was hitting, and also a fielding session. One thing that I really liked about the fielding part of the camp was pitchers being able to work on defending their position. I've noticed that is not something that happens at a lot of camps, and I feel like that's something that goes under the radar. So I really like that part. During the pitching session, the coaches would lines, and we'd kind of come together as a group, discuss spins and ways to make our balls move and just be a better pitcher overall. And so you got to kind of interact with the coaches one-on-one while they were walking around. You could ask them questions. During the hitting session, there was a few of their college players there that had actually flew in, I think a few of them, to run the camp. And so we did some drills. There were small balls that we hit in the cage. We did front toss. And I thought it was just a great camp overall. It was well structured.
It's wonderful, wonderful. Is Dartmouth pretty high on your list?
Yes.
Yes, it is. And so I see that you're in the science program in high school.
Yes, biomedical sciences.
Biomedical sciences. Is that something you want to pursue? And Dartmouth has a good program.
Yes. Well, I'm actually not going to. I don't think that I'm going to go to college for pre-med per se. I think I'm going to do biology, and Dartmouth has a really great biology program.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So you have a 4.6 GPA and a 3.9 unweighted GPA?
3.9 unweighted, 4.6 weighted, yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. So what goes into your studies? I mean, it's an important part of, the journey. So what do you do? What goes into your studies?
So actually just today I stayed after with my AP World History teacher to get some extra guidance. History is not something that I've always been good at, so I challenged myself this year with taking AP World. I'm also taking AP Seminar, which is like research class. We also do arguments. I'm in the highest level orchestra, so I practice my violin at home. I've been playing the violin since I was 3, so I have a little bit more knowledge, but obviously I have to practice my music that we just got.
Well, if we would have known you played the violin, we would have asked you to play it for us today.
I am doing the biomed program at my school, and so that is, I would say, almost the equivalent to an AP class. And so it's a very rigorous program, but it aligns with what I want to do.
Fantastic.
Hey, sorry, Nick, real quick. I'm going to jump in. Chloe, with all that you have going on between the softball, the good grades, the violin. What is your, I mean, this is huge for a lot of students. What is your key to success? What is the, if you had to say number one thing that allows you to do all these things and excel at them, what would it be?
I think the biggest thing is just listening to yourself. If you know that you're putting yourself under too much pressure, I know how much pressure that I can handle, and I have really great parents who support me and give me guidance. My dad is a college professor at Berea College, so he has a little bit of the view of like what it's like to pursue a um, to pursue college and higher education. So I think that if you work hard, that you can do anything. So my dad has really been pushing that on me. Like, if you work hard, you can do anything. So that's one thing that I would say.
Awesome. Thank you, Nick.
Great. That's great. Hey, TJ, I want to hand it over to you, buddy.
Yeah, good. I'm going to kind of follow up a little bit on your multitasking with the music, the biomed, the sports. My assumption is that there's a big routine. Is it a daily routine where, you wake up at a certain time, you go to bed at a certain time, you block off, this is my time for my violin, this is my time for practice, this is my time for schoolwork. And with that being said, is there also some time where you can get away from it all, relax? It sounds like a grind. I mean, it's one thing to be an accomplished violinist, but you're in biomedicine, you're an All-American athletically, you're an academic All-American. So it sounds like you have to have some type of structure. Is that correct?
Yes, I think that structure is very important for me, especially being neurodivergent. I think when I wake up, I normally set my alarm. This is my routine for the past few days of school, but I've been setting my alarm, getting up with enough time to make a nutritious breakfast, pack my lunch for myself, assemble everything I need for school, and go to school. And when I come home, I really have to prioritize what's important. So obviously, school comes before anything. That's extracurricular. So I do my homework, and my coaches are very understanding. They know that I'm taking these high academic classes. So if I have to miss practice, obviously that's last resort. I don't want to miss practice. But if I have to, they're willing for me to skip so I can focus on my academics. But I really do try to build in my training. I try to pitch 3 times a week and work on my hitting. I just really have to find the balance. And so I've kind of been finding that routine.
I know that I played instruments growing up, and you use different sides of your brains for certain things. Would you say that, obviously for me, music was an escape to get my creative juices flowing, just kind of relax? But would you say that the softball is another way of getting away from your grind in the academics and your focus on where you want to go? Would you say that the softball gives you an escape, so to speak?
I do think that softball is an escape for me. Some things that I like to do for fun to kind of when I'm resting my body and really just taking that mental break outside of playing softball. I like to do things with my hands. So I have a bead business. I make like little bracelets that I sell and necklaces. So that kind of gives me something that I can focus on. Obviously, I'm a normal teenager, I would say. So of course, I like to relax and watch movies and hang out with my friends and family. So
I wouldn't call you a normal teenager at this point.
well, I would consider myself normal.
So real quick to maybe go towards the softball part of it. So you are an All-American. That's from the high school All-American, I assume. Is that right?
Yeah.
As a softball player.
Yes.
And then you're also an academic All-American, which makes sense with the GPA. It says that you play for the Platinum Grizzle club team.
Yes, Fury Platinum.
They're Fury Platinum. Yeah, they're from Tennessee, out of Tennessee.
Yes.
Okay. Can you give us a little insight on the club scene for softball? We're all of us played baseball, and I still coach. So the big organizations that I deal with are Perfect Game, Prospect Wire, PBR, which is Prep Baseball Report. Is what's a big organization that puts on your tournaments that you're going and playing the best of the best throughout the country?
So we recently, our last tournament was Alliance Fast Pitch Nationals. That's a big tournament. We do showcases a lot, so Thunderbolts, Mojo, Invitationals, other big events like that.
So Chloe, real quick, while TJ's making some notes there, we know like you were saying, we're more familiar with the baseball scene and we're learning about the softball scene. We know that everyone wants to be on a prestigious team and it's very competitive and, there's money involved. Is it the same way for the softball circuit?
Yes, I would say money, maybe not so much. It depends what division you're looking at and what schools you're looking at, and obviously your athletic and academic abilities.
Mhm.
Right now, I'm really just looking for college that is high academic, because academics come first, and then softball, any.
Awesome.
That's good. It sounds like as a sophomore in high school, you're in the driver's seat of where you want to go and what you've accomplished, and you're just showing that work ethic, that dedication, the commitment, the discipline. I can't see how Dartmouth wouldn't take you in a heartbeat, but it looks like you kind of have your all your options open. But if that's your school, I'm proud of you, and I hope that happens for you, and you deserve it based on what I've learned today. And wish you all the luck, and we'll keep track of you this year, next year, the following year, and hopefully we'll see you in the green and white. I know they're green, right?
Green and white.
Green and white. Yeah. All right. It was nice talking to you, and wish you all the luck in sports and academics and the music as well. Are you classic, or do you do concerts, or you're part of the orchestra with the school?
I am in the North Star Philharmonic Orchestra and also the Chamber Orchestra at my school. I know you guys probably don't know what that means, I guess, but I guess we kind of just perform a broad variety of music.
That's awesome. Nick, you got anything else to add, buddy?
No, I'm good. Thank you so much for joining us, Chloe.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Chloe, thank you very much. We're going to definitely keep an eye on you. We're going to keep working with you, and we see great things in your future. You have, like TJ said, you got lots of options, and that's because of your hard work and dedication. So we're proud of you. You should be proud of yourself. And I'm going to say check out the interview on YouTube and bloodlinesports.co. You can see Chloe's interview and a bunch of other ones. Nick, can you take us out with our social Instagram or social media handles?
Sure. You can find us on Instagram at Bloodline Sports AZ, on Twitter at Bloodline Sports, on TikTok at Bloodline Sports, and on YouTube at BSN Bloodline Sports Network.
Awesome. Again, Chloe, thank you. We wish you the best of luck, and we will keep in touch.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks again. Have a great year. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.